feel the warmth of you, drifting through every little memory we ever made. When the wind touches my skin, it feels like the gentle echo of your hand, reminding me that love still lives softly inside every moment we shared. I close my eyes and breathe in the calm air, letting the picture of you return with every heartbeat, slow and tender. The world turns with noise, but the thought of you remains peaceful, like a soft whisper promising comfort. When I walk through places we once passed, it feels as if your laughter follows me, bright like a ray of morning shine that refuses to fade. The steps I take carry a quiet wish that wherever you are, you feel my thoughts reaching out to you, wrapped in warmth. Every little detail of you, your smile, your calm voice, your gentle presence stays alive inside me, glowing with sweetness that never leaves. If one day the world becomes too loud and the weight of life turns heavy, I hope the memory of my affection becomes your haven, your soft shelter. I hope you feel the care I still carry, like a warm breeze finding you when you need comfort the most. I hope you remember how safe it felt to be held by the feeling between us, the quiet love that needed no explanation. In every quiet night, I still find myself thinking of the moments where time slowed and we existed as if nothing else mattered. When I look at the sky, I imagine you seeing the same moon, and for a second the distance feels smaller. Love doesn't vanish, it settles, glowing gently in corners of the heart where soft memories rest. I keep the softness of our story alive, not with longing but with gratitude. The thought of you brings a gentle strength I cannot describe. It reminds me that even the briefest moment of genuine tenderness can last a lifetime inside a soul. So if you ever feel lost, let my memory guide you even a little. Let it remind you that you were cared for deeply, sincerely. If your heart ever wonders whether it mattered, let this be the answer. You were cherished in ways words cannot touch, and even as time moves on, the kindness you brought into my world still blossoms quietly, shaping the way I see hope, beauty and affection. So when you pause in a quiet moment, remember the way our connection felt, soft as morning light, warm as gentle hands holding each other without fear. Remember the laughter, the calm, the trust. Remember how your presence brightened a day without effort. Remember me as someone who carried love with sincerity, who wished nothing but peace for your heart. Let every memory of us make you feel light, safe and valued. Let it be a reminder that some bonds stay warm even as life changes. And when life feels heavy, let the reflection of my affection bring you a little calm. If you ever think of me, I hope the feeling is sweet, soft and filled with warmth. Remember me not with sadness, but with the gentle glow of something pure that once touched your soul and still does, quietly, softly, beautifully. From the first quiet moment you entered my life, something gentle began to glow inside me, as if a soft light had been lit in a place I didn't know was waiting. Your presence carried warmth, not loud or overwhelming, but steady and comforting, the kind that melts fear and lets hope rise slowly through the heart. Each glance you give me feels like you're telling my soul it finally belongs somewhere, and that feeling has changed the way I breathe. Whenever we talk, even about small everyday things, you leave a trace of tenderness that stays with me longer than you realize. There is kindness woven into the way you speak, a softness that makes my busy mind quiet down. I notice how your smile lifts my world in a delicate way that doesn't demand attention. It simply brings peace, like a calm breeze passing through an open window at the end of a long day. Being beside you feels like discovering a safe place I never had before, a place where my heart doesn't hide, where my thoughts feel understood without needing to be explained. When you reach for my hand, something inside me settles, as if your touch carries a promise that everything will be alright. You make even ordinary hours feel meaningful, turning small moments into something unforgettable simply by being part of them. When I imagine the days ahead, I see warmth woven into every future scene, because your presence adds color to everything unseen. I picture gentle mornings, waking up with your voice, filling the quiet, peaceful afternoons filled with laughter, and evenings where the light fades slowly, but the feeling you give me stays bright. You make life feel lighter, softer, filled with calm certainty instead of hesitation. I close my eyes sometimes just to feel the memory of your embrace, the way it wraps around me as though the world can't touch us. I think about the way you look at me when you're trying to understand how I'm feeling, and how your patience makes my heart open in ways I didn't expect. You bring comfort without trying, and joy without effort, and I find myself wanting to hold on to that feeling for as long as life will let me. Even on difficult days, your presence becomes a quiet strength for me. You show me what gentle love feels like, not through grand gestures, but through steady devotion that stays the same. No matter how the world shifts around us, the affection you give me is sincere, warm and full of meaning. It teaches me that love doesn't need to be loud to be powerful, it only needs to be true. Every moment with you creates memories I wanna keep close. Your soft laughter, the way your voice brightens a dull evening, the warm sincerity in every little thing you do. You remind me that kindness is a gift, and your heart offers it so freely that I can't help but cherish everything we share. You make me feel seen, valued, understood in ways that I once thought were impossible. becomes clear. You make me feel loved in a way that is gentle yet deep, sweet yet strong, soft yet certain. You bring calm into my chaos and warmth into every quiet space inside me. The affection you give me echoes through everything I do and becomes the reason I look to the future with hope instead of fear. If ever you question your place in my life, let this be the answer I offer with every breath. Your presence is the light that guides me, the comfort that steadies me, the warmth that fills my heart with peace. You make me feel cared for, held, appreciated, and truly loved. And as long as my heart keeps beating, it will carry your name in every gentle rhythm, because the love you give me is something I will always treasure. From the moment I first felt your presence in my life, something inside me softened in a way I still can't fully explain. Your voice carried a warmth that filled the quiet corners of my world, and suddenly everything familiar felt new again. I didn't expect someone to touch my heart so gently yet so deeply, but you walked into my days with a calm certainty that reminded me love can be soft and safe at the same time. Every time you look at me, you make my heart open without fear. You give me a peace that feels rare, the kind that wraps around me even when we are far apart. I find myself smiling at nothing, just remembering the sound of your laughter or the way you say my name, like it has always belonged to you. When I talk to you even about simple things, your attention feels like a quiet promise that I matter. It's in the tone of your voice, the softness you never hide, the care you give without expecting anything in return. Standing beside you makes the world slow down. I feel grounded, held, and understood without needing to explain myself. You have this way of making ordinary moments feel important, like a gentle sunrise that turns every color warmer. Your touch makes my heart settle in a place that feels like home. And I didn't know I needed that kind of comfort until you gave it to me without asking for anything more than my smile. Sometimes at night, when everything is still, I think about the future in ways I never dared to before. I imagine quiet mornings where the sunlight touches our faces, afternoons filled with small joys and shared laughter, and evenings where we rest close together, wrapped in a softness only we understand. These thoughts aren't fantasies, they feel like promises my heart naturally moves towards, because you make life feel filled with hope instead of uncertainty. There are moments when I replay the memory of your fingers brushing mine, or the way your arms feel around me. Those memories linger like warm light in my chest. You never try to be perfect, you just love in a way that feels steady and real. That sincerity makes me trust every step I take towards you. I feel safe giving you my heart, because you treat it like something precious, never something fragile. You make even difficult days feel lighter. Your presence gives strength without needing to say much. When I'm overwhelmed, your calm voice settles the storm inside me. You remind me that love can be quiet and still be powerful, that care can be soft and still be strong enough to hold me together when I'm tired. You give me space to breathe and a reason to hope, and that kind of love stays with me long after the day ends. I treasure each detail about you, the way you think before you speak, the care in your gestures, the softness in your eyes when you look at me with affection. These small things stay with me and become memories that comfort me when I need warmth. You make me feel valued in a way that fills my entire chest with light. You give meaning to moments I used to overlook, and I find myself wanting to stay close to the feeling you bring into my life. If someday you wonder what you mean to me, let this truth stay with you. You hold a space in my heart that no one else has ever touched. You make me feel cared for, chosen, appreciated, in love with a gentleness that reaches the deepest parts of me. You change the way I see love, turning it from something uncertain into something beautiful and steady. So here is what my heart knows with absolute clarity. As long as time moves forward and my heart keeps beating with this warmth you've given me, I will stay by your side with the same sincerity you've shown me. I will be the one who listens, supports, and loves you. Through every season I will hold on to this affection with both hands and give you every piece of tenderness my heart can offer. I am yours in a way that is quiet but unbreakable. If you ever need a reminder or reassurance, know this: my heart belongs with you. And no matter where life leads us, I will always remain forever your girl. When the When the world grows quiet and the night settles around me, my thoughts drift to you with a softness that feels like a warm blanket over my heart. There is a gentle calm that rises inside me whenever I imagine your presence, a peace that carries me through the silence. Your kindness lingers like a slow, comforting breath, and in that quiet space I feel my heart slowly relaxing in a way it never did before. You give me a sense of safety that touches the deepest parts of me, guiding me into a warmth I didn't know I needed. To understand me without asking for explanations. Yeah, you seem to hear my emotions even when I cannot find the words. You notice the quiet parts of me, the soft hopes I rarely share, and you hold them with care as if they are something precious. The tenderness creates a steady glow inside my chest, and every time I close my eyes at night, the light settles into a peaceful rhythm that feels like rest. You soothe the noise I used to fight alone, replacing it with the calm that feels almost magical. There are moments when I imagine laying my head on your shoulder, feeling the rise and fall of your breathing, and letting my worries melt away in your warmth. You have a way of turning ordinary closeness into something healing, something gentle enough to keep me grounded. It's strong enough to lift the weight off my heart. Being near you feels like the softest place in the world, a place where nothing urgent exists, and everything difficult becomes easier to bear. In the stillness of the night, when the moonlight brushes across the room, I think of the way you make every part of me soften. Your presence stays with me like a whisper of comfort. I picture your hands holding mine with a quiet strength, steady and warm, and the thought alone brings a calm that helps me fall into deeper rest. I never knew someone's kindness could feel like a lullaby, but your love wraps around me like one. Some nights when I'm tired or overwhelmed, I imagine your voice speaking gently, reminding me that I am safe, wanted and valued. Those imagined words settle deep within me, easing the tension I carry. You give me the space to breathe without fear, allowing me to surrender to the softness of the moment. That sense of peace is rare, and it's something I treasure more than I can express. Your presence in my life feels like a quiet sanctuary. You make my heart slow its pace, settling into a steady comfort that feels like home. Even when we're apart, the memory of your touch stays with me, warm and lingering, guiding me into a gentler place inside myself. I find my thoughts drifting toward you whenever I seek solace, and that instinct alone tells me how deeply you've reached into my world. You awaken a tenderness inside me that makes everything feel lighter. With you, my emotions feel understood, not judged. My dreams feel possible, not distant. My heart feels protected, not exposed. It's as if your calm energy creates a quiet shelter where I can rest without holding on to fear. I didn't know love could feel like this, soft, warm and filled with a sweetness that brings comfort, even in silence. Sometimes I think about how different life feels with you in it. The nights no longer feel lonely, and the darkness is no longer heavy, because somewhere wrapped in the thought of you, my heart finds a place to sleep. It settles into the warmth you give so naturally, resting with a trust that surprises me every time. Your love wraps around me like a soft embrace that follows me into my dreams. So if you ever wonder what you bring into my world, know this: you give my heart a place to rest, a place to breathe, a place to feel understood without hesitation. You make love feel gentle and safe, turning every night into a warm whisper of hope. And with every peaceful breath, my heart curls deeper into the comfort of you, letting itself rest fully, fearlessly, beautifully. Because in the quiet glow of night, under the soft rhythm of my heartbeat, one truth remains steady and clear: my heart sleeps in you, and it feels like home. From the moment I first felt your presence, something gentle awakened inside me, a softness that carried warmth into every quiet place within my heart. It wasn't sudden or loud, it arrived like a slow sunrise, filling me with with a calm certainty I couldn't ignore when you look at me with that peaceful glow in your eyes. I feel a sense of belonging that wraps around me like a warm breeze at the end of a long day. It tells me that this connection is not fleeting, not fragile, but something that chooses to stay. Every time we speak, even in the smallest conversations, your words leave a trace of affection that lingers long after the moment ends. There is something calming in the way you understand me without effort, as if your heart already knows how to hold mine. Being close to you feels like stepping into a world where time slows down, where nothing must be proved, where every breath carries comfort. You turn ordinary moments into quiet pieces of magic, simply by existing inside them. When I imagine the future, I see gentle mornings beside you, soft evenings filled with laughter, and peaceful nights where our thoughts settle into the same rhythm. The feeling you bring to my life is steady, bright, and sincere. Reminds me that not all beautiful things disappear. Some remain as anchors that guide us, shape us, and teach us what real affection feels like with you. The world becomes easier to carry, as if your presence lifts the weight from my shoulders and replaces it with hope. There are times when I close my eyes and feel your warmth surrounding me, spreading through my chest like light, filling a quiet room. I think about the way your smile can calm every restless thought I've ever had, the way your touch feels like reassurance, the way your voice settles my worries I never believed. Something so gentle could feel so powerful until you came into my life. You became the soft melody I didn't know I needed, the peaceful place my heart keeps choosing. No matter how far the roads ahead of us might stretch, I wanna walk them with the comfort of knowing you are beside me. The trust you give me feels like a promise without needing to be spoken. Every step becomes lighter when I know your heart is connected to mine. When I picture years passing, I don't feel fear, I feel certainty, because the thought of you brings clarity to everything unclear. If the world becomes heavy or uncertain, I want you to remember that you are cherished in ways you may never fully understand. You bring strength into my life, simply by being part of it. You make the future feel bright in a way I never knew was possible. My affection for you is not built from grand gestures or temporary sparks. It is formed from quiet truth, steady devotion, and the gentle understanding that some connections are meant to last. I hold every tender moment close, every glance, every soft laugh, every comforting silence between us. They form a story written in warmth, in sincerity, in trust. And when I look into the days ahead, the path becomes clear. My heart keeps repeating the same truth. My forever is not a place or a dream. My forever is you. You are the calm, the light, the hope, and the warmth that I will choose again and again in every season of life. So when you wonder what you mean to me, let this be the answer. You are the certainty I didn't know I was waiting for, the gentle promise I wanna keep, the love that feels natural, peaceful, and true. Whatever change around us, my affection will remain.